Hey, what's going on, guys? So I haven't been making too many videos because I've been very preoccupied with my rediscovery of sim racing. So I've been spending a lot of time basically just playing video games, predominantly Assetto Corsa Competizione and the regular standard Assetto Corsa. I've dove into some iRacing, but don't really feel like paying a subscription as I'm extremely content with ACC. My current computer that I have and that I've been using, it's about 5+ years old. I'm running a Intel i7 8700K processor with an NVIDIA 2070 Super for my GPU, and it was doing okay. It played the games at 1080p, but I'm running triple 1440p monitors. So I actually upgraded to this NVIDIA 4070 Ti Super, which is a new graphics card that came out earlier this year. My frame rate, it's not as good as I would like it to be, and especially playing at triple 1440p resolution, it's a little power hungry. So decided it's finally time to upgrade. Decided to build a whole new system. This is going to be a pretty modest build, pretty standard. It's not the highest end system, but it's definitely going to be quite the upgrade from my current system. So basically going to be running an AMD 7800X3D, probably the best processor that you can get at this point in terms of gaming. Pairing it up with my 4070 Ti Super that I already have. Going to be running a 1000-watt Corsair power supply. I have a 1 terabyte Samsung 990 Pro solid state drive. That's going to be my main OS drive, and then I have another 2 terabyte SSD that I'm actually going to pull from my old system since I bought that earlier this year. So I'm just going to switch it over. Going to be running 32 gigabytes of DDR5. 6,000 RAM. I've got a 4 terabyte hard disk drive just for storage. I've never used water cooling before, and I remember back in the old days when people were using the radiators and heater cores from Pontiac Bonnevilles, which was pretty wild stuff. Nowadays you can buy all-in-one water coolers. They make it pretty simple to set up, but based on my research, it didn't seem like water cooling was really worth the expense nowadays, as air cooling seems to be more than sufficient, especially for a system like this that I'm building. So I ended up just not bothering with water cooling. I'm just basically going to be running a air cooler, and this is basically one of the top models that you can get that is actually reasonably priced. So I'm running a Thermalright Phantom Spirit 120 Evo. In terms of motherboards, I'm going to be running a Gigabyte B650E Aorus Elite AX Ice Edition. So all of this is going to be housed in a Fractal North XL case, as it's going to be going into that shelf that I've been, taking a very long time to build. I would love to get my hands on one of those cool aquarium cases that everybody's been running nowadays, and run the whole RGB setup like I've always done, but this is going to be a pretty clean build since this is going to be stuffed into a shelf, so I'd rather have the front panel look aesthetically pleasing versus trying to cram a bunch of lights and all this other crap into a all glass case. So hopefully this system will get me the frame rate that I want, and I can get pretty close to maxing out the graphics in the games that I'm playing. So, with that being said, we'll stop talking and get to building. Alright, so as you can see, it's just a very aesthetically pleasing case. Like, it's super slick. The wooden panel up front is super nice, and like I said, this is just going to be tucked into my shelf, so you know, I opted to go for the glass. They make a mesh side panel as well, but you know, I like the glass, but it's not even going to be visible, so that doesn't even really matter. Yeah, it's cool. This top panel comes off. It's got this cool little leather strap on it as well. Yeah, this is going to be a nice case to build with. Computer's complete. Alright, all done. Alright, so it's been a couple of weeks since I built this PC, and I've been able to thoroughly test it, playing Assetto Corsa Competizione, and even iRacing. Like I said before, I'm running triple 1440p monitors, and with my previous computer, with my 2070 Super, I really could only play in 1080p. I was able to play in 1440, but my frame rate was pretty bad, especially if it got you know, congested and there was a lot of cars on the track, and you know, I had to turn quite a few settings down. Playing in my old PC with my 4070 Ti Super, I was able to run, you know, anywhere from 60 to 90 FPS at 1440p with medium settings. So now I'm running high to ultra settings still in 1440p with my new PC, and I'm able to lock in at 120 consistently. You know, and I can go a bit higher. I can go around, like, you know, occasionally, depending on the track and the amount of cars, I can hit, you know, 140, maybe even 160 FPS, but I can't hold it steady. The native refresh rate on my triple monitors is 165 Hertz,
but since I can't hold 165 hertz consistently, I just lock in at 120, and it works perfectly fine, you know, with the occasional dip. Ultimately, this PC, it's a very modest build. It's about, you know, probably cost me about $1,500 or so. You know, not including the Windows OS as well as the extra hard drive, the extra storage space. But yeah, ultimately, this is a pretty decent and you know, mid-budget build. So I'm pretty happy with it. It seems to be running great. The AMD processor works well with the NVIDIA video card. So yeah, pretty stoked. Hopefully you guys enjoyed watching me build my new PC. Maybe I'll see you guys online sometime. Anyways, thanks for watching. Peace.